What is up? What is up? What is up, everybody? This is your boy Nefarious here, and I'm here for another edition of your favorite series. Here we go. We are in week 15. The season's almost over. We're excited for the draft because we're not performing too well in the season. Now let's jump into it and see exactly what we're dealing with today. Alright, so here we are in week 15. We are taking on the Tennessee Titans. We actually just played the Minnesota Vikings. It disconnected in the third. Unfortunately, the user I was playing wasn't able to run it back or finish it off. I don't know his situation, but he wasn't able to finish it off. So ended up being a fair sim. We lost that game 39-30. This is a short week story. I think this is the end from last week. Okay, yeah, so this was from last week. That was from the Minnesota Vikings game. It was just the ending to the story of the short week. Now we got a new story called Playing Spoiler. A new story, Playing Spoiler. And it's pretty much probably going to say, you know, how our season's not doing well. And then we're playing a team that is actually doing well in the Tennessee Titans. And we're trying to spoil their season. So, spoiler, beat the Titans for a significant boost to your roster. I wonder if that's just a temporary boost, or do you get an actual boost as far as XP? We're gonna try to play spoiler, and maybe we get XP. We get some upgraded players. Let's dive into that, see exactly who we're upgrading. So Gilbert gets an upgrade. Well, this is not really what I wanted. We'll do this one because we're trying to transform him into like a backup pass rusher for ourselves. So block shed helps, play recognition helps, the man coverage doesn't really help, but that's what we're basically trying to do with him. Devin Bush, though, we're going to have a BR field general in the middle, so this is always good to get some upgrades for Devin Bush. Zone covers, block shed, play rec, pursuit, so that's all good. We got a player returning from injury. It might be Najee Harris. Yeah, it is Najee Harris. We finally got Najee Harris back, so that's huge for us. Definitely happy to have him back. We've been missing him. We definitely been missing him dearly. Just trying to take a look. I don't think there's anything else we have to change. We just got to go into the third down back, make sure it's Najee Harris. We want him to get as many touches as possible. So third down back, whatever place we could put him, as many touches as possible, because he's still short on his downage played. I think he needs like 150 more. I'm actually gonna jump over to that right now and check it out. So I think he's at like 340, something like that. Let's take a look right now. He's at 339, so we were close. 339, so he needs 161 more snaps for him to finally get his dev unlocked. Right now, it doesn't tell us if he has abilities, doesn't tell us anything. I'm pretty sure he's a superstar, so doesn't tell us anything right now. And right now, what we're doing, so if you don't know, PML or Premier Madden League, you get to put content points into players as attribute upgrades. So right now, the cap is a hard 85. So anything that's over 85, we can't put any content points into. We could up his break tackle by 1. We could do his ball carrier vision by 3. Spin move, juke move. We can't touch his strength. Anything that's God-given, speed, strength, all that. Physical attributes we cannot touch. So basically what we've been doing is trying to get his awareness up. It doesn't show it here, but we want to get his awareness up just because it adds more overall to him. So if we get his awareness up, it's a 79 right now. If we can get that up, he'll probably be around an 83, maybe 84. And then if we get a roll, he's at an 85. So if he does have abilities, 85 is when you get both abilities. So that'll be huge for us to fully have our abilities. Now let's take a look at the Tennessee Titans roster and see what we're dealing with when it comes to their squad. So here we are with the Titans. Ryan Tannehill is their starter. A solid quarterback, nothing too great. Definitely a good game manager. You got Derrick Henry. He's got Freight Train. Definitely don't want that activated. That's just a broken ability. AJ Brown. You got Josh Reynolds, yeah, Josh Reynolds, and then he's got Cameron Batson. Batson is he's a huge fan of Batson. He did trade Julio Jones, but the main reason for that is he wanted to get Batson more involved. Will Dissly's the tight end. The offensive line, yeah, he has a really solid offensive line. He has a solid offensive line. That right tackle's a little weak, but I don't think it will really show unless we send pressure his way. Defensive line, I think he runs a 4-3. He might do a mix of 4-3-3-4. He's got a okay front seven. He's got Bud Dupree, ex Steeler there. He's got a pretty solid linebacking core. Yeah, he's got a pretty solid. So he runs a 3-4. He's definitely running a 3-4 mainly, but he's got a really solid linebacking core. The defensive line is okay. Definitely not the worst I've seen, but not the best either. Definitely, I think we could definitely run up the middle on him. It definitely seems like something we could do. When it comes to the corners, not a lot of speed. He does have Caleb Farley, who might be a star or a superstar. He's got 95 speed, and that's nuts. Then he's got Trey Flowers, Janoris Jenkins. I assume Janoris Jenkins will be on the outs, and then he'll be rocking with Caleb Farley and Trey Flowers for the future as his two corners. But he's got an okay defensive backfield. Obviously, you want to watch out for Kevin Byard. Strong safety Amani Hooker. I know he just actually got a dev. I think he might be a superstar now. So that's interesting. Derrick Henry is probably an all-down back, as you can see there. And yeah, you know, the game plan on defense, stop Derrick Henry, make him pass. He is not a great passer. One of the users that doesn't pass too well. He is a really good user, but when it comes to passing the ball, does seem to be one of his struggles. So stop Derrick Henry, make him pass the ball, and then on defense, against his defense, probably run up the middle, get Najee more touches, try to get Najee's ability unlocked, but also the more snaps he gets, the better it is. So if we're able to extend drives, have 15-play drives, that helps a ton just to get him more snaps. Now let's go into the weekly strategy and put that on paper. So this is the offense. So we're doing our defensive strategy, defend inside run. I think that's where we're gonna lean. Actually, we got the inside stuff, defend outside run. We're more worried about the outside, especially the side away from T.J. Watt, because he's got no outsider. So the side away from T.J. Watt, we're definitely worried about. So we are gonna do backups in this one because we're gonna do half pads and split. We're gonna half pad split. They're still a little tired, but I think they could do a half. We gotta get some XP, man. We gotta get some XP. We can't just not get XP. So we're gonna advance that. Now with the offense, we're gonna run inside, 100% run inside. Player health. We're gonna do half pads. We're gonna do starters there. Split. We're gonna split everything and do starters for that. Now, for the focus training, we do have Najee Harris back, so he's gonna go out there. Devin Bush and Dotson, probably gonna switch one. We might keep Dotson, to be honest. Dotson might stay there. Let's do some focus training on not Trey Norwood. We don't want Trey Norwood. We want Minka Fitzpatrick, and then Dotson. Actually, we're gonna switch up. We're gonna go with Terrell Edmonds. We want to get these guys some love. So we are able to free practice. Weekly game plan. Let's see if we can get some coaching points. One interception we'll put there. We get 5. Well, we get 3. We have a chance of 5 if we do some of these. 200 yards rushing, 5 sacks, 5 rush TDs. None of that. We're gonna go with 1 interception. We forgot to do the offensive defensive coordinator, my staff points. But let's take a look. Nobody's injured. Negative fatigue again. Oof. Why is it green though? Doesn't make sense. Taking a look at this side. Negative 13 for Kellen Ballage. Negative 10 for Najee Harris. -14. We're seeing a lot of fatigue now late in the season. And one of these practices, I'm going to have to just put the backups in and have at it. No injuries, so that's good. Upgrades, we got one from Minka Fitzpatrick, so there we go. We're going to upgrade his zone coverage. He is our free safety, our coverage guy. He got +1 agility and acceleration. That's huge. Awareness, pursuit, and tackle. So he's got now he's got 94 acceleration. What's his agility though? Agility. I don't see agility. But he's got 94 acceleration now. It would have been nice to even get speed. That would have been nice. But yeah, I mean we're losing a lot of fatigue on every guy. You saw it all. -9, -10, -7. It was all up there. I want to take a look real quick. Let's take a look at how bad some of these guys are. So here we go with TJ Watt. His health, he's at 87 stamina, 90. His fatigue is still green. Player fatigue level is good and will not impact game day performance. To increase fatigue levels. Alright, weekly strategy. I wonder, did we increase the fatigue because it was green? It had a minus next to it, but it was green. So maybe we increased and it's red when it decreases. So maybe they got some fatigue back. Because it doesn't make sense for something to negatively hit a player. They would have it green and not red. So I think we got some back. I'm pretty sure we got some back. Because I would assume we would see a lot lower fatigue. But that's going to do it. Now let's take a look into the game against the Tennessee Titans. Alright, so here we are taking on the Tennessee Titans. It is 6-0 already after a couple field goals from the Tennessee offense. We're able to answer back here with a touchdown run by Najee Harris, making it 7-6. It's nice to have Najee back on this one. And then we don't stop there. We hit Chase Claypool on an RPO. He's going to take it all the way into the end zone, making it 14-6. A good little lead. We got a one-score lead here. He's going to try to throw it here, and we're going to be able to get a sack animation. And then it's going to be an interception by Devin Bush as he has nothing but green grass in front of him and some snow, and the offensive lineman tries to make a play there, but unfortunately he's not able to get to him, making it 21-6. So a nice little lead, a 2-score lead at this point. We're looking around. We're gonna find Chase Claypool over the top, jump ball, and he's able to come down with it, making it 28-6. So a huge lead, and we're here in the third quarter. He's finally gonna get into the end zone, making it 28-12 after a missed 2-point conversion. Here on offense, he's going to find a corner route for a touchdown. I believe that was Batson, his rookie wide receiver, making it 28-20 after a 2-point conversion is good. He's going to try to hit a corner route here with his running back. It's going to get picked off by Terrell Edmonds, and he has some green grass in front of him, but there's a defender there. Stop and go, break to the outside, leaving the defender clueless as to where he went as he takes it into the end zone, making it 35-20. So we got a 2-score lead with under 4 minutes to go. He's going to try to hit an out route. It's going to be picked off by Cameron Sutton. Another interception there, and he's going to take it into the end zone, making it 42-20. And that's going to pretty much be the final score, 42-20. The Pittsburgh Steelers come out with a win against the Tennessee Titans. Something to build on for next season, as it doesn't help us this season. All right. Here we are, everybody, with the post game. We just played the Tennessee Titans, and we didn't help ourselves here. We ended up getting the win. You know, we're not tanking, so we're not losing on purpose. We play hard, and if things go our way, great. If things don't go our way, oh well. But in this game, things went our way. The final was 42-20. Just taking a look at the team stats, total offense we had the rushing yards, we were able to control the clock. When it came to defense, the turnover battle, we definitely won that right here. So they had 7 turnovers to our 2, so we were +5 there. Also, time of possession, we led 21-18, so overall good game. A little bit of what we want next season, hopefully with a better quarterback, because one of those interceptions with a good quarterback probably doesn't happen. And yeah, you know, let's take a look at the player stats, and I'll choose a offensive player of the game and then a defensive player of the game. Alright, so actually for offense, it's a kind of a tie between Najee Harris and Chase Claypool. But I'd have to give the nod to Claypool. He had 2 TD receptions, so he'll get the nod just because he had the extra TD. Najee did hit the end zone one time on a rush, but Claypool with the 2 touchdowns, you know, produced more points. Now let's take a look at the defensive side and see who's the defensive player of the game. All right, taking a look at the defense, not as easy as I would think. So Devin Bush leads in tackles. He had a tackle for loss, which is a tie for a lead. He had 1 interception, so did 6 other players. But he also, we had 2 pass deflection defended by Bradley Roby. No forced fumbles, but when it comes to defensive touchdowns, Devin Bush also had 1 of those as well. And he pretty much hit the stat sheet everywhere between tackles for loss. He didn't have a sack, but he had the interception returned for a touchdown. So it would have to go to Devin Bush, definitely the player of the game in this game. Really showed out and played really well. So offensive player of the game is going to be Chase Claypool. Defensive player of the game, again, is going to be Devin Bush. Now let's take a look at the Come On Neff play of the game. Alright, so here we are on the offensive side of the ball, and this is the Come On Neff play of the game, but then again, this is more on the quarterback. Just the throwing motion, the ability to fit it into a window. Like, you don't have that with Big Ben. They have to be wide open. So here I'm trying to run an RPO. I come out in an RPO, so it's a RPO with a screen on the right and then a little out on the left from Claypool. So I'm running this RPO just to see what the defense comes out and see if I got a numbers advantage somewhere. So I noticed that he's using the corner here. So he's using it in this corner. I know that if I try this RPO, it could be dangerous and it could be a pick 6 going the other way with him using it in that corner. So if I really wanted to test it, I could have. But then again, I'm like, you know what? I don't want to test that. But then I have the run. I'm looking at the run. I have 5 offensive linemen and 1 running back. Obviously, my only blockers are the 5 offensive linemen. You can see in the box right now, they have 7. So they have 7 in the box to my 5. Maybe I run it and I get a one-on-one with this linebacker here. It is second down. I got to keep that in mind too. I definitely could have tried to run it and, you know, get some more yardage. But we didn't like the numbers inside, and then we didn't like the one-on-one on the outside. Last time we kind of got away with it. I think this time it's a little scary to try to do that. Plus, that outside defender here, he could break out and cut underneath that. So we're not going to cover. We're not going to go for that because we already went for that, and he might have a adjustment to that. So what we do is we call a pass. It looks like a cover 0, so we're going to call a pass here. And what I do is I take this outside guy that's on a dig route. He's on a not a dig route, a zig route. I take him and I put him on a drag, because I know with all these guys bunched up, he's gonna lose his potential man right here. His potential man is right here, and with all these guys bunched up and everybody running every other way, you could definitely create separation for this guy. So I'm like, all right, we're gonna try this drag, and the only other guy I have to worry about is this linebacker in the middle. So I'm like, all right, I think I got my read. I'm going to drop back. So I drop back, I call hike, and I see my read. I got my read, and right here is where I'm throwing it. I'm throwing it right here. As you can see, here comes Big Ben. Takes a minute to load it up. I pressed it about right here. Takes him a minute to load it up, and then his throw power also leads the ball a little further inside than it needs to be. With any other quarterback, I make this completion right around this area right here. Right around the hash marks is where I make this completion. On the other side right here is where I make this, because I already made this read. I knew he was wide open. I knew he was going to be wide open no matter what. I made this read right here. I saw him come open. I was throwing it right there. And he's going to, in any other quarterback, he's fitting it into this window right here. But with Big Ben, takes a little longer. And he goes more towards the middle on the other side of the hash marks. And then boom, almost a pick 6. Thankfully, our offensive lineman got him. But that's the Come On Neff play of the game. I should have been more conservative. But I wanted to put a little pressure on the defense here. And, you know, make them play the numbers game with me. And he won this battle. But I think it's more has to do with this guy at quarterback than anything else. But that's the Come On Neff play of the game. Now let's jump into the post game and see what we got for hopefully some upgrades, maybe, and some other things. Alright, so for staff points, we won the turnover battle, so we got 4 there. We picked them off twice, we got 2 there. 3 pass TDs, we did get 1. Or did we get 2? We got 2. So We were close again at third. I didn't even know about the pass TDs. Game plan goal, we got 1 interception, and we played spoiler and got the win. So that's actually, we had the storyline, so I wonder what we're going to get for that. So playing spoiler, let's see what we get for that. Alright, great job this week, blah, blah, blah. Playoff caliber team. I'm really proud of the team, blah, blah, blah. Alright, so Big Ben, Najee Harris, and Minka have earned 10,000 XP. Wow. Wow. That's a lot of XP. For coach, your coach has earned 10 staff points, so that's extra staff points as well. So that's huge. That's actually really nice. He got 10,000 XP. Let's see if we got an adjustment. We're going to check our adjustments to see if we got any rolls to any of them. Alright, so Najee actually got 2 from 10,000 XP. That's awesome. Closer and closer to 85 overall, and then we get 2 abilities. Because we know he's a superstar, but it's locked right now. We need to get him his downs played. But getting him to 85 is huge. We just got awareness, another awareness. So I think we're close to 85 now on awareness. Does it show it? Does it show it? No, it doesn't show it, does it? Let's check it. I want to check it. We're gonna go into edit player and see his awareness real quick. We can't edit it, but we can see. So his awareness now is a 79, but I just got 2 awareness from. That's odd. I thought I just got 2 awareness and I was at 79. Oh well, I'll take it. Now he's at 83, but he's +3 from morale, and I don't think that that helps him unlock his abilities. But you know, a huge win. We now are 2-12 on the season. Definitely doesn't help us too much, but then again, you know, we try to win every game. Minka, we got a rolled 4. We're gonna get him a zone. See what he gets. Awareness, pursuit, and tackling. I think his zone's really good, so now it's gonna roll into other stuff. His injury is 99, which is great. But yeah, you know, huge win. Now we move on to next week where we play the Kansas City Chiefs. Then we take on the Browns and the Ravens to finish off the season. But you know, we're trying to build on for next season, and hopefully, you know, we finish out the season strong, and we gain some confidence within the team. But that's gonna do for us today. Everybody have a great day, and I'll see you next time.